Okay, so very, very bad news. I was texting a friend last night and he just sent me a message, Charlie Kirk is dead. And immediately the emotions that I got was immediately, damn, how did that happen? It didn't take me 1 minute scrolling through Instagram and I saw this terrible, terrible video of how he was shot. Oh my goodness. So I have to start with this before I actually make my point. From my perspective, with the kind of person that I am and the experiences I've had, this is terrible. Yeah, there's no amount of disagreement that warrants taking the life of someone else. This is just unacceptable. There's no other way to put it. There's no way to say it. Now, that being said, Charlie was an extremely polarizing person, and he said a lot of things that were also not as empathetic as you would now want to demand other people to be for the situation that has happened to him. So to demand that people be empathetic, to demand that people should respect the position that he is now, I think that's just some sort of tall order that we cannot ask of anyone. Personally, you can have your position, you can be empathetic to what has happened, you can fully agree, as I do as well, that this should not be happening. And I do not understand what's actually happening in the United States, where people are just getting shot for having different opinions or even being terrible human beings. I mean. That being said, Charlie said a lot of crazy things. And one of the ones that actually stood out the most to me was him making the point that for the Second Amendment to be upheld, the price to pay is a few deaths a year, so that people can actually just own their own guns. It is okay that a few people die every year meaninglessly. Some of those people dying are also little kids that simply went to school and then there are school shootings and so on and so forth. For him to make that kind of statement, it showed that he had zero empathy for the parents of those kids. He had zero empathy for the parents of the people that lost their life to meaningless gun violence in the United States, just so that he could make his point on Second Amendment and being able to own gun, protect yourself. The irony is that that same allowance for a price for other people to benefit and just own guns because they want to, that same price, he has now become one of the price to pay. And I was just thinking about it, that the greatest teaching opportunity would have been if he actually survived this. I would have been very curious. I'm actually quite curious, but he's gone now. My curiosity is just thinking, what if he survived this? What would his stance on gun ownership and gun laws in the US be if he survived it? Unfortunately, he didn't, and I really hope that his soul will rest in peace. I hope that his family also gets some solace. However, I'm not going to be asking people that are not as empathetic as I am about his death to be, because they had gone through pain and anguish simply from Charlie's position and things that he says as well. So he hasn't shown empathy to them even when he was alive. Not to talk of now that he's no longer here. He cannot make those arguments with these people. For sure, if they feel a different type of way, it does not mean they're bad people. It's just, again, humans being humans. Emotional reaction. That's my take on it. But again, may his soul rest in peace.